It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Sean Murphy-Bunting. He enters this week approaching 50 tackles for the year. It's the Panthers and the Cowboys. Next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game in these types of...
Here's the kicker, Harrison Beavis, out to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Richardson on the bootleg here. And that's incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one. Is that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition. The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Howell. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. Here's Daniel Whelan now. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Now Spears to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
The right play.
That too. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Throwing here, Howell. Buying time to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set them up with a much more manageable 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Howell down to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. On the toss, it's Spears. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Richardson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. Thielen going to go in motion right. And Howe will throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And that will be incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That one taken in by Neighbors. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Panthers had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Malik Neighbors, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now a Carolina native, former Tar Heel, it's Javonte Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 20 carries, 56 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Well, that'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Panthers offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Right back to Spears. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They begin the drive with Williams. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Hand off to Spears. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Richardson out of the shotgun. Open man right side is Rice. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And here's a give to Spears.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now Richardson.
And he fires one incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The Spears with another carry.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a run by Spears.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
They'll run with Spears.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving core to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
As Shaheed going to go in motion. Richardson looking to throw.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Touchdown, Panthers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. From his end zone, Wilson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season. Currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now he'll look to throw it. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Javonte Williams,
58 yards.
and the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the first half here as his guys start 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
In motion, the tight end.
Now it's Richardson. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And now a run with Spears.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. That when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
That one's taken in by Spears.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to throw, Howell.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 19.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Richardson looking to throw this.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Richardson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Richardson working from the gun.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, it's Richardson.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Powell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Richardson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Richardson into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 41 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They go play action with Richardson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Getting this ball out wide for Davis. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's 3rd and a few inches. And Howe will throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It's Howell with another throw.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Cooper fast with the feet. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
2nd and 9.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Howell now to throw it.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Now the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A 10-play drive that time.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yep. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Here's Richardson to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Spears. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 1. Off play action. Richardson. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Richardson looking to throw.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Spears.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Throwing here, Howell. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been 1 step ahead of this defense all game long.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spears. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point. This now a 3rd and 4. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Dancing away at the 30. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Ray Davis, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
Richardson. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Gregory Rousseau
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now it's Richardson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yard.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. And credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense and Rashee Rice headed back onto the field, and he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Richardson looking to throw this. That one's taken in by Spears. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Richardson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Panthers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Richardson yet again. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Richardson working from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
26 yards. That's another Carolina Panther.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Hutchinson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
Back to the air with Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked off by Damone Clark.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Richardson to throw again after the pick six.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down.
Richardson.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Panthers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Back to throw again.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. Richardson shotgun on third down. That one caught by Rice. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A 10-yard gain, but it's fourth down.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Again, it's Richardson. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Going right back to Ferguson. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.